What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So, quick update. We got some rollers so we can roll the motor and the transmission around together, get it underneath the car without messing everything up. Went to O'Reilly's, went to Napa, checked every single auto parts store in Spokane. There's not a single part store here locally that carries a thermostat for an Evo 8. They carry them for Lancers, regular Lancers, non-turbo Lancers, but nothing for an Evo 8. So we're gonna have to order something online, but it's okay because we have plenty of other work we can get done without having a thermostat. So the first order of business today is to get the throwout bearing onto the transmission along with the clutch fork, which we need to find. Okay, clutch fork. So let's go ahead and get all this assembled, grab some grease. Everything's got to be greased up so she ain't squeaky at all. So we need to grease this right here where the throwout bearing slides in and out, and then the splines need some grease. So touch on both of those, something like that. Make sure it slides like it should. Then this shaft right here, you can throw a light film of grease on. This is the pin that goes through the clutch fork itself. Made a little mistake. Those felt bushings, they go in between the clutch fork and the spring, not in between the spring and the transmission. So we gotta pull this pin back out. That goes there. Let's go ahead and throw on this transmission mount real quick, just so we don't have to try to finagle it around while it's in the car. Motor and trans are mated together. We got pretty much all the hardware in, but I want to go ahead and make sure our throwout bearings and clip in properly and not have issues like we had on the 10 where it came out. So all you got to do is take this fork here and pull it back toward us, which is kind of hard to do with one hand. Well, it clipped in, so I think we should be good. It'll be kind of hard to tell until you can get actual pressure on it, but I think we're all right. So what we're gonna do is lift this thing way up in the air and just roll that whole assembly under. All right, so here's the first look. Just got the motor and the transmission into the bay, and it looks freaking amazing. All this came together so nicely. All that freshly Cerakoted aluminum, the black block, the new head. I might change the color on the valve cover. We might ditch the yellow, and I'm not exactly sure yet. So we got that motor mount on, that one on. The rear one for the trans is actually bolted onto the subframe. So as soon as we got to get the transfer in, throw the subframe in, and then we'll be sitting well. We'll be sitting good after that. All right, boys, let's go ahead and throw this thing up in the air and get our transfer case installed. I think it's all ready to go. Should be back here on the shelf somewhere. Here she is, all new seals, freshly rebuilt. This thing should be ready to bolt in. Hello?
Hi.
Taking a nap? Mm-hmm. Does it look nice and clean?
Holy crap. It looks pretty shiny.
Yes? Okay, cool.
Dang, baby, good job.
Thanks.
Does it run yet?
She's getting there. So because Bobby's the goat, I don't know what kind of goat she is, but she's some sort of goat.
I want to be a Billy goat.
Hello, Bill. She came over and she's gonna wash every single car that we own. Right?
You said to pick 2 out of the 4 that are dirty.
Okay, that'll work.
So I'm thinking I'm gonna do, no, not the truck. I already did that one.
Please, please, please.
Baby, that was the hardest truck to, and then it rained the next day.
Look at the thing. That and the FRS, please. I'll get you a coffee. It's a damn good deal. All right, guys, the 3 main things are in: motor, trans, and transfer. I guess from here, it is the whole subframe assembly, which is pretty much already put back together. There are, I think there was like the power steering lines that we have to install, but we need to get those cleaned up first. And then this whole subframe got kind of messy and dusty sitting around, so I should probably clean that up. So this is the reason why we never installed the line onto the power steering or onto the subframe, because this line runs all the way up to the power steering pump, and it is crusty and rusty, and you can't really take it off the hydraulic line from what I understand. So honestly, I'm kind of lost on what to do with this piece. I might just sandblast the end of it and rattle can it. I think paint is our best option for now. All right, so I threw a little bolt in the end of it, cranked her down just so we didn't get sand inside the line. So let's go ahead and sandblast it, get it cleaned up, and unfortunately just rattle can this piece. So this is what we're gonna paint it with, metallic aluminum. And if it doesn't last, we can either try and replace the line, just like buy a new OEM one, or we can just like have that one pulled apart and fixed somehow. But this might do the trick. So here's our subframe assembly. As you can see, there's a little bit of poop stains on it. So Bobby walked in the shop the other day and she let...
Devin.
I'm just kidding.
Niemela.
This has behind the Evo 10 for a while. And every time you start that car up, she just, you know, spits a little bit of juice out the tail end of the... Is that a little too inappropriate? Mm-hmm. My bad. So I'm gonna go just degrease this thing, hose her down, let it dry. And then as soon as our rattle canned power steering line is on, we gotta connect them to our rack and pinion, get all the brackets on, the bracketry, and then with our new tranny jack this bad boy up onto the car, throw the bolts on there, and we're done. Okay, so here's how that line turned out. It looks really nice. If it lasts, I'll be stoked. If it don't last, like I said, we're gonna have to do something, but we got the subframe all cleaned up. So we got to get this power steering line on. There's one more power steering line that we got to install, and then we can slide this bad boy up into the car. This thing is finally starting to look like a car again. So subframe is all bolted up. Nothing's really torqued down yet. We'll have to run through later. When this thing's actually on the ground, we can torque down the lower control arms. Subframe bolts go pretty tight, so we'll do that later on. But for now, I'm just gonna start adding little things here and there. So the starter's gotta go in. There's a little plate that goes there. We get that guy on if I can find it. What else? Wiring is a whole freaking project, so I didn't wanna get started on that because we are relocating a lot of stuff. I don't want to do anything with that, so maybe next we can move on to like the spindles and hubs and coilovers, brakes, all that good stuff. It would be nice to get this thing able to roll around the shop, so it's not always taking up the lift. So this is how the whole suspension setup looks. Beautiful yellow speed coils, new hubs with bearings, spindles that are powder coated, all new hardware everywhere, either new hardware or zinced, like re-zinc plated. So I'm super freaking happy with how that's coming out. Let's go to the other side. All right, we made some decent progress today. We hit our goal, right? Our goal was to get the motor transfer in the subframe in the car, and that's what we did.
It's not focusing on your face.
Oh shoot, it's on manual focus, my bad. So this is how everything turned out. I'm happy with it. Bobby, like, do you agree? Like,
2 words. Wait. 3 words. It looks beautiful.
Yes, there are a few little things here and there that I want to fix up. For example, the line going to the slave cylinder is a little janky. So I want to get a braided one of those made, just like little tiny touches like that. And then I'm actually kind of nervous about this wiring.
All right, baby, wrap it up. You want to show them like your clean truck?
Oh yeah, follow me. Wait, let's follow Bobby real quick. Bobby did some serious work on one of the whips today.
I did. I look like a wreck.
All right, what's up?
Okay, so
She spent all day.
I spent all day washing the truck that was filthy inside and out. So, you know, and also.
Damn, she looks good. Finally, a clean truck. This is like the first time it's actually been clean.
I know. Well, I had to do a quickie on the inside, but you know.
You had to do a quickie on the inside.
All right, I'm gonna pull the Evo in. We gotta go. I'm starving and I need a drink.
Drop a comment below, let me know what you guys are thinking of how everything's coming out. There are a few little things I'm not like super stoked with, mainly just like hardware pieces that we've had to replace that aren't OEM, just like stuff like that. But overall, it's like a 9.9 out of 10. So I am pretty happy with that. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that yellow is gonna go. I am not the biggest fan of it anymore. I liked it at first and I still like it, but I don't love it. So I'm gonna change it probably to something that we actually love. Hope you guys enjoyed. Peace out. I'll see you boys tomorrow. Hold up, this thing just developed a really gnarly idler noise. All right, rev it up. Kind of sounds like poop. That's a noisy idler pulley if I've ever heard a noisy idler pulley.
Literally a piece of punk.